In today's gaming news, we have leaked images and patterns of the PlayStation 5 and a whole lot more, so let's get into the gaming news. Here we go, back at it yet again with another video. G'day guys, I'm Champ Chong and today's Friday, so if you're excited to play video games all weekend long, make sure you smack that like button real good. And now, let's jump into the gaming news because, well, we've got some really big stuff here and it might look ridiculous, but it looks like it's 100% authentic. So this right here is what the PlayStation 5 could look like. I know, it looks completely insane, but this is through a patent filing from Sony in Brazil. So it's actually, all the stuff is in Portuguese, but it has been translated. But this is what a design of the next generation PlayStation console could look like. So just to be 100% specific with you guys and to be clear, this is for a dev kit of the PlayStation 5. So this could just be what the dev kit looks like right now. But one thing to note down is that previously dev kits haven't strayed away too far from what they end up looking like. They kind of might go for something because especially when you've got a crazy design like you're seeing on screen right here with this V-shaped thing in the middle, looks like it has some air vents or something along those lines. Yeah, it's got to maybe go for that whole raw power and have certain air circulation or something that works that way for the PlayStation 5 because of the raw power of the console that could potentially have through the specs that we have had a look at and have found out about already. But this right here is just insane. I didn't expect it to look anything like this, and even if it doesn't end up looking anything like this, the fact that they've actually got a dev kit that looks like this is just wild. The thing that really gets me in this is that weird V-shaped thing. Now, you're probably wondering, why is that there and why is it a V? Well, there has been some speculation after this has come out that the fact is that the V is a Roman numerals 5, and it's the PlayStation 5. It might be a stretch, but it might be realistic. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about that being a coincidence or that just being actually what they're going for. Like, they wouldn't just make a design like this for no reason. But this right here is official. This is 100% confirmed. Even just now, mere hours ago, a developer who has been actually working on the PlayStation 5 Development Kit has stated that this is what it does look like. So it has been confirmed. Initially, when these pictures did come out and all this started to leak, people were questioning whether this is real, whether it might not even be a game console, because it is 100% from Sony. That's a thing to note down to you guys, is that it is a Sony product, but it never stated specifically in the patent that it was a gaming console. But then now we have found out that it is. What I find really interesting here, besides the actual design itself and all the weird little vents and everything that could potentially go in it, is just the strange nature of it, with the disc tray being on the bottom left and just the complete different look to previous PlayStation consoles. If you look back at the PS1, the PS2, the PS3, the PS4, they've always been sort of a blocky design, and this one completely strays away from it. Even previous development kits have actually been a blocky design, but this one for some reason is completely different. I think the only sort of different design ever was the first ever PlayStation, the PlayStation 1, or just the PlayStation, with the disc tray flopping up, and then also like it actually being kind of weird with those circular buttons, and then it was also gray compared to the black of all the pretty much previous PlayStations that have come out since then. So it is strange that they've kind of gone for this. I'm going to definitely stay on top of this news right here because it's intriguing and it's exciting, because if you kind of compare the specs that we have reported on previously, everything that has come out through Sony and through AMD and other leaks and everything, you compare that with what we have here, it kind of all starts to make sense. It seems that they're going for more of a raw power sort of thing. They're going to try and make this console 60 FPS and 4K, which they've kind of promised already from PlayStation themselves. They've said that that's what their target is. And to think that you've got a console looking this wild, I doubt it's going to look exactly like this, but this is probably what they're going to go for. And if you remember back to the Nintendo Switch, a lot of patents did leak regarding that, and a lot of information came through that, and the people were trying to connect the dots, like, what are they doing here? There's kind of a detachable screen, it's kind of a tablet, what is Nintendo trying to figure out here? And then bam, out of nowhere, we got the Nintendo Switch, which you got the Joy-Cons, you got the docking station, you could have it portable, you could have it at home. And with PlayStation, it's going to be interesting to see what they actually do with this kind of system after this patent has leaked. But anyway, yeah, you could tell I'm pretty excited. We have some crazy news right here. I didn't want to report on this right away. I saw some stuff come out about it about 24 hours ago, but I was skeptical. I wasn't 100% sure if this was going to be real or not. And then I looked into it further. It was a little too late to upload a video here in Australia, and I kind of sat on it. Then I woke up this morning and I saw this, and I saw the extra report coming from the developer who has confirmed that it is real. And it's just wild. I want to actually see what this thing looks like, because there has been sort of a controller leak previously, but I don't know if that's 100% real. Nobody ever 100% confirmed that or denied it, but this right here is just crazy. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. But now we are moving on to the next news report on today's show. And it's that we have 6 brand new screenshots for Cyberpunk 2077 from Gamescom. So these 6 screenshots, that's hard to say, these 6 screenshots are all in 4K. So I will leave them in the description down below for you guys to look at them in all their glory, since YouTube compresses videos and it won't look as good. But this is the hot new game that everyone has been talking about. It's obviously got the man Keanu Reeves in it, and well, the game looks great. It's created by CD Projekt Red, as I said, and they're the guys behind like the Witcher series, and they've created amazing games in the past, and this game has a lot of hype for it. I'm trying to keep my hype levels down, but looking at these screenshots, the game looks really stunning. Seriously, I want to play this game in its best possible settings and just experience it and dive in, and hopefully on top of the graphics we actually get to see some proper gameplay soon, because all we're seeing through these screenshots is what the game kind of looks cinematically. So hopefully the game looks, runs, feels just as good as these screenshots seem they are. So yeah, I'll let you guys decide on yourselves. Links in the description down below to check out those screenshots. It's definitely worth checking out. They are very, very pretty screenshots. So let me know also in the comments down below if you're excited for Cyberpunk 2077. It comes out, I believe, in February or March next year. I can't remember exactly. April 16th, 2020. I had it noted down, but I forgot for a second. But yeah, it does look like it's going to be a good game. We've only got like 8 months left until the game comes out. I don't know. I probably did the math terribly just then, but that was off the top of my head and kind of a guesstimate. But yeah, it looks like a good game. Yeah, now let's move on to the next news report on today's show. And it's some more news from Sony, and this one is actually about potentially Sony doing something similar to what Microsoft has done in the past 12 to 18 months. So if you don't know, Insomniac Games was taken over by Sony themselves, and well, now they're no longer an independent studio. So this is cool. You know, Insomniac Games, they do the Spider-Man games and a bunch of other stuff. And well, now it looks like Sony might be buying more independent studios on top of Insomniac and whatever else they've acquired. Now this is actually really interesting, because if you look at what Microsoft recently done in the last 12 or 18 months, as I said, they acquired a lot of independent studios. Obviously they always had indie games along with all their other games and first party studios, but now Microsoft and both PlayStation are kind of heading in that same direction. They're focusing more on games than just hardware and things like that. They're actually trying to create the best libraries of exclusive games, and it's an interesting time because a lot of people are sort of turned away from exclusivities. Personally, for me, and I've talked to a few of my friends, is it kind of sucks that we still have exclusives in this day and age. Sure, it's a necessity for these companies, for Sony and Microsoft to do that, because then you've got a reason, even Nintendo, to buy their console, to buy their system, and it has to kind of be there. It's always been there. It's been a thing that will probably always be there. We'll never see probably like the Uncharted series or God of War or even Gears of War or Halo like mix and go onto PlayStation and Xbox and vice versa. You probably never see that kind of thing. But the fact that they're buying up all these studios means that they'll have rights to certain games, and they'll have these developers in their pockets ready to go whenever they want them to do whatever they want them to do. But yeah, now let's move on to our final news report on today's show, and it's one that will have a ton of crossplay pretty much everywhere, and it is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So some really interesting news right here is that Call of Duty Modern Warfare's alpha servers are now live ahead of the official schedule. So this was actually meant to launch launch and go live tomorrow, and it's only going to last till August 25th, probably August 26th for us Australians because of the time zones and everything, but it's only available on the PlayStation 4, and it's only available for a couple of days, but luckily it has come out a day early, which is crazy. Nobody really expected this. It came out of nowhere, just complete left field, and shocked us all. So it's really cool because it doesn't include that new 2v2 gunfight mode, and it doesn't feature kill streaks in that mode, which is interesting, especially since it is a Call of Duty game, and that's kind of the staple of that series. I'm not going to be playing this alpha, so I won't have hands-on with it, but if any of you guys actually get to play this on the PS4, let me know what it's like to actually play this game. Is it any good? Because from what I've seen so far, the game does look pretty fun. It kind of goes back to those basics, and it's sort of Rainbow Siege-esque, I guess. It's the best way to put it from what I've seen. That's just my opinion from actually seeing it, but not playing it. So it's going to be different, I guess, when you play it. Maybe it's going to be that exact thing that I just kind of guessed. But yeah, let me know if you end up playing it. Tweet me or something, and let me know your thoughts on that. And yeah, I'm excited for the next Call of Duty, which is weird to say because for a few years that game sort of I just didn't care for it, but now it's actually looking pretty damn awesome. So yeah, anyway guys, that does it for today's gaming news. Hopefully you did enjoy today's video. There was a ton of news, and then I've got really awesome stuff planned for this weekend. I've spent like 30 hours on a video and 30 days filming it. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. I can't say anything more than that for now, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.